Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast, and welcome to another race review. Today we're going to be talking about the Xfinity Series race from Richmond, a playoff race, and we didn't see a whole lot of action.
Well, from the lead, though,
everything
back.
Everything else was kind of interesting, but for the lead, not necessarily. But still, a typical Richmond race. I mean, we pretty much see that type of race every time we go there, especially Christopher Bell in the field. So
congratulations to Austin Cindric for getting the pole. Front row for Penske.
Yeah, I had a great night for Austin Cindric. Ended up getting second, and they talked about he's going to have to start performing on these ovals. And yes, it's not a mile and a half, but I mean it's still an oval, and he finished second.
Yeah, he had a real decent car, I believe. If had a few more laps, he probably would have caught Christopher Bell at the very end.
Yeah, he had a good long run car, and what I mean by long run is a long run.
A long run.
Yeah, very long run, and I think that stage would have been like 10 to 20 more laps. He would have definitely caught Christopher Bell. I don't know if he could have passed him, but he definitely could have caught him.
Yeah.
But Allgaier would have to go to the rear at the start of the race. Then would have an early caution with the 66, I believe. Marlar making his first Xfinity Series start. First actual asphalt start for that driver, or at least second, I believe, somewhere in there. He is a sprint car driver and trying out some actual asphalt racing.
Yeah, it didn't last too long to he got spun.
Yeah, so it'll take some time to get used to it, but it's cool to see some dirt drivers trying out some short track NASCAR Xfinity stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could call Richmond a short track. Everyone does. I don't see how, because it's like huge.
Yeah.
But Bell would take the lead on the next restart. Then the number 5 would blow up. And then would have another caution for the 74 Matthews. And that's when we would see Annette and Brandon Jones try to go to the pits and try out something.
They tried something, and it was a good idea, but it didn't work out too great for Michael Annette, did it?
He went into the pits and then overshot his entry, and then when he reversed, he thought he was good in there, but then the tire changer made a great call and said, got to back up a little bit or we'll be penalized. And,
you can't go over that little pit line or you get penalized, and it could go a lap down for doing that.
And
so
then,
that's a good call.
And Brandon Jones, he was on the jack stand, and then
Jack just didn't want to let him down.
Jack didn't let him down, but unfortunately it still let him down.
Yeah,
even though he was still up in the air.
He just had to spin off of it.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I mean, it was a good call by both of them to come and get tires, but they both had issues, and it was crazy.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen one of these cars do that. But it was really close for some of the pit crew members, though.
Yeah.
That was really dangerous. They should have at least backed up. So, that was pretty much.
Michael Annette, he had that first pit stall, and they should have reminded him, hey, stop. It's like, whoa, I'm right here.
And then after that, Bell will just win stage 1. Brandon Jones will win the race off pit roads to start stage 2, but that's because he didn't take any tires, because he took tires beforehand. Then Austin Cindric would take the lead momentarily, and Christopher Bell would take it back and cruise to a stage 2 win.
Yep.
For some reason, stage 2 is always my least amount of notes taken.
Yep.
I guess not many people decide to try anything. But actually, this time stage 3 was my least amount of notes, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Bell would win the race off pit road. Justin Haley, too many men over the wall. Cole Custer would try to catch Bell, but it was.
Yeah, Custer, he had the short run car. He could pretty much stay with Bell, and he might gain a tenth or two, but it really couldn't catch him. But then after longer the stage went, Bell kind of just took off.
Yeah, then Austin Cindric, he was like 7 seconds back. Ended up going to like about a second. So like I said, I mean, that was...
Yeah, it wasn't much. I mean, he was like 7 seconds. And I was like, looked again, he was almost less than 2 seconds. I was like, man, this is crazy. You need a few more laps just to work out. But yeah.
I mean, we're going to get some dominated races. I mean, not every race is going to be a barn burner or anything, but would have been cool if we could have got some sort of battle for it. For some reason, Christopher Bell likes to win these races, domination style, and you know, he got behind the other two of the big three lately. You know, Las Vegas, he showed some speed, but got outsmarted on some pit strategy, and this week he wanted to make sure he got the Las Vegas win back.
Yeah, and I believe Austin Cindric, if his team could have got his car to come in a little sooner, maybe he had a chance to go up there and battle for the lead. I mean, it'd been nice to have some kind of battle for the lead.
Hopefully tonight's race is not like that, but I have a feeling it's going to be.
And I was definitely pulling for Austin Cindric because I picked him.
Yeah. The fans' vote was actually Christopher Bell, so they finally got one. And all of us finished in the top 5, so we all picked some good drivers.
Yeah, I mean, I finished second, you finished third, and Emily, she finished fourth. I mean, it's all picks is right there. We just need to one up a little bit. Yeah,
he was just hoping for some inspection issues so you can get a win. But...
Yeah, I was praying to the tech gods, you know. Please fail.
I want to win. But yes, congratulations to Christopher Bell, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Jason Ratcliffe. You know, set up a great car. Had a good short run, medium run, long run, the long run. Had a any type of run that you can think of. You know, it was pretty good.
Yep.
No, not those type of runs.
He might have had them too.
It might have been pretty good at that as well, but you know.
He might have had those when he's in a hurry to get done.
Yeah. Well, hurry up and get this race over with. But yeah, I mean, it was a typical Richmond race. I mean, I don't think it was too awful, but I don't think it was like the best of the season. It was just kind of like a...
And I'm not real sure what was going on with John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, he just kind of decided to spin out Joe Graff Jr. because Joe Graff moved him a little bit. You know, that's Richmond. I mean, that's a short track-esque move.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go try to just dive bomb the next corner. I believe that was when everybody was slowing down because the race was already over.
Yeah.
And then he spins himself out.
Spins himself out trying to spin somebody else out. I mean, how... Come on. You get 0 for style points.
And, you know, if it was after the race, would that be considered... You know, like a penalty? Because, I mean, Johnny Sauter, earlier in the Truck Series season, you know, he wrecked Austin Hill. That was during caution. Wouldn't that be technically the same thing? In this case, it's probably worse. But I'm not sure exactly when.
That's kind of like, what was it, last year at Charlotte when Ryan Newmans was pulling Clint Boyer.
Yeah, that was this year's All-Star race. All-Star race.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't count since it's after the race, but hopefully they'll, you know, start, you know, enforcing some of that because, I mean, I think that's even more dangerous than...
Yeah, because you cool down lap, you know, you're slowing down and, you know, those guys are loosening their belts up or whatever, but, you know, you get spun and then you just spin and almost hit the walls.
Yeah. I mean, John Hunter, I believe, is underneath the playoff cut line, so, I mean, you don't want to start any drama with anybody, and I know Joe Graff doesn't do too many races throughout the season, so...
Yeah, the pressure's probably getting to him.
Yeah, so he's going to go through the next couple of races and perform and maybe get a win. I think that team is capable of doing it. They just need to be able to go to a race and just run a full race. You know, didn't get to qualify because something was wrong with the car. And they need to, especially at Richmond, you need to be able to get some good track position. And
yeah, but Vegas they had some issues too with the engine.
Yeah,
so we got the Roval coming up, and that's a pretty wild race, and anything can happen, and he can gain some points, but he can lose a lot of points too.
Yeah, so the Roval is going to be interesting, and we'll actually get to see that in person. Yeah. So if you see us around the Roval, say hey or something. Take a picture with us or something like that.
Yep. Because this past week was at the GoPro, and actually didn't realize that some of our followers were there.
Yeah.
So you never know what we're doing.
Not sure if they knew it was us or not, but
it was us. Hey.
But thank you for following along for this race review. I know it wasn't eventful, but we still have to go through each of the races, and like I said, typical Richmond race. But hopefully tonight in the Cup Series we'll have something abnormal happen, something crazy. It's playoffs. I'm ready for something to start happening. Just isn't happening yet.
I want to say congratulations to the little fan that got the winning the checker flag here. That's pretty cool by Christopher Bell to give it to him.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen, the kid that got the flag was actually a fan of that driver. So maybe they're starting to, convert some of these fans to certain drivers that gives out the flags.
Possibility.
Anyways, thank you for joining us, and stay tuned tomorrow for our Cup Series race review, and we'll see if any sort of intensity ramps up.
Hopefully.
At least a little bit more than the Xfinity race. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you then.